Hey everyone, I've got a very exciting unboxing today, so I have been really excited for this for quite some time. It is the Lenovo IdeaPad Duet Chromebook, and the reason why I have been really excited about this showing up finally is the fact that it's such a, I guess, a budget device, and it offers so much really, you know, it includes all the bits and bobs in there. So been waiting for this to arrive in the UK for absolutely ages. It seems to have been out in the rest of the world for donkey's years. But it's finally here, so you know what, let's start off by just unboxing it and seeing what it's like. Now, I suppose my expectations are probably going to be quite limited with this, just because of the fact that it's so cheap, so it can't realistically offer as much as I'm hoping for, but I guess we'll find out. Still a bit of plastic. Okay. Oh, there's little tags on the side. Here we go. Ooh, so dinky. Pop that there. Okay, so, wow, it's so much smaller than I was expecting. I guess I'm used to the iPad. I use an iPad Pro 12-inch, but look how tiny that is. You know, let's bring the iPad over for comparison. You know, look at that, that is absolutely huge. Oh, it's so cute and tiny. So, pop that off. That is very nice. I've got to say, for this sort of price point, so it came in at £279, and that includes the case and the keyboard as well, which will pop open in a bit. And you kind of expect it to be really cheap feeling, but actually, first impression of this, it feels really solid. So you've got this sort of brushed metal back here, and the two-tone as well, so this sort of like slate blue at the top, which looks really nice. Camera bump, considering how massive some of them have gotten on tablets recently, that's, you know, it's not too bad at all. Actually, from the front, it's a really nice sort of glossy display, rounded edges, and extremely light. So let's just pop that aside for a moment once we pop open the rest. And this is what's really exciting about this device, is the fact that the whole thing, including keyboard and case, is cheaper than Apple's Magic Keyboard case that you can get for the iPad Pro, which is just astronomically expensive. And yes, that offers some advantages, but when you can get an entire device for cheaper than their accessory, that's just crazy. It's crazy talk. Right, let's have a look at this. I'm expecting this keyboard to be pretty damn awful, to be fair, just because of the, again, for the price of it, you just wouldn't expect much from it, but let's pop that aside. So you get this sort of matte finish case for the back of it, and it all magnetically pops on. So there we go, and got a little kickstand in there as well, and multiple angles, which, you know what, considering Apple's Magic Keyboard can only tilt to a certain angle before it falls over, we've already got a winner. And then their little tiny keyboard, which is very reminiscent of something like the Surface lineup. And that's really where this sort of device competes, is less so with things like the iPad Pro range or anything like that, or the Surface Pro or the Surface Books. This is more of a Surface go-to competitor, or something like the budget iPad for 10.2. But bear in mind, with both of those devices, even though you can get them at a reasonable price, you know, the Surface Go-To retails for about $399, and the sort of the budget iPad retails for, I think it's about $340. You can pick it up for sometimes less. That's in the UK, by the way. You then have to buy your accessories separate, and this sort of little keyboard here, which actually is actually quite nice. There's a decent bit of key travel on that, which is good. The keys are obviously small, so it's cramped, but actually that's not bad. That's a lot better than, well, let's say Apple's butterfly keyboards that they used to have on just their older devices. Straight away, that feels so much nicer. Got a little trackpad on there as well. So I guess let's pop it all together and kind of have a look how it finishes up. So we've got that, nice, and ooh, feels quite robust. I mean, it's definitely not something you'd want to dangle upside down like you do with other devices, but whoop, definitely not something you want to dangle it from. But magnets are pretty good. Here we go. So actually, all in all, I've got to say the hardware right off the bat looks nice, feels nice. For the price point of £279, that is a very solid package so far. Now, confession time, I have never, ever used a Chromebook or a Chrome device or anything like that, and this is going to be my first time using it. So be sure to hit the like and subscribe button because we're going to have loads of different videos coming up in the future. Obviously, I'll be doing a full-blown review of this. One of the other videos we're going to be doing is how this compares to something like the iPad as well, and you know, at this sort of price point, which one's better to go for. We're going to be doing gaming as well, so we're going to have a sort of NVIDIA GeForce Now and how all of that links, because that's just come out for Chrome, and really excited to see how well that sort of thing looks. And we'll do a productivity breakdown as well, whether or not something like this device can really do all your productivity stuff when you're on the go. But first up, let's power it on. I'm all over the place because I'm really excited by this. Like I said, I've never used a Chrome device before. Ooh, I like this case as well. It feels really nice. It doesn't add too much weight onto it, but it adds a decent amount of grip. And we have some power, which is always a bonus. You know, I might have cried like a kid at Christmas if I tried, you know, turning it on and there's no battery inside there. And like I said, I'm not expecting miracles from this. At this price point, I have no idea what to expect. I've never used a Chromebook before or a Chrome device, so this is going to be interesting. But so far, it looks really nice. The screen looks pretty detailed. It's crisp, it's sharp, it's wanting to connect to my Wi-Fi network at the moment, and I'm going to have to remember what my Wi-Fi key is. But actually, all in all, it's a really nice package. Especially when you start looking at things like the bezels on that, they're not absolutely crazy. There's no buttons on the front here to interrupt your experience. Everything's on the side, so you've got your power, your volume rocker there as well. Microphones and speakers on the top. And then your magnet as well, so you can clip it onto that. Just don't dangle it because, as you've seen already, it drops a lot. But let's have a look. I want to see the mouse pointer. Let's turn it around so you guys can see it as well. I have no mouse. It's not a good start. Do I need to peel this off? Is that stopping me? Oh, pop that over. No, that's not stopping. Have I connected it right? I haven't. That'll be why I've not got a mouse. There we go. Okay, so we've got a mouse. And one of the great things about this is it's an actual mouse cursor, so it's how you would expect a mouse to react and work in an operating system. Not saying that Apple's is bad, it's just it kind of reinvented the wheel for just the sake of it. So it'll be really interesting to see. So obviously we'll boot that up and I'll have a play with it and then we'll be doing the full review. But let's just have a look and see what else comes in the box. So, see, instructions. Might actually need those. And boom, I'm assuming charger and power brick. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, that's quite fancy. So we've got a USB-C adapter for headphone jack, just because obviously no headphones on there, but that's actually a really nice inclusion. A lot of the time you don't get those with many devices, so that's pretty good. Decent little USB-C charger cable, which is handy, and power brick, I would assume. Here we go. Boom. Kind of cheapo, lightweight power brick there, but again, it's a pretty budget device. That's one of the nice things about this as well. So it uses USB-C, so you don't have to worry about, I guess, your phone not having the same charger, and so many different accessories now are going across onto that. And one thing I'm really intrigued to see, especially from a productivity standpoint, is can I output from that USB-C port onto something like an external monitor? And would I be able to use it, I guess, like I would on Windows or on my MacBook? And something that I just can't do on the iPad, and I absolutely hate it, and something that always comes up and people tell me to get over, but it drives me bonkers that that's still not a thing. So I will get this powered up, I'm gonna have a real good play with it, and the in-depth review will be coming. But so far, as I said, that is a really solid looking bit of kit. I guess we'll just see how it performs. So be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and stand by for a few more close-up shots of this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon for some more videos dedicated to this little device. Ta-ra!